Hey everybody, I'm Ryan, and today we're going to talk about the big movers and shakers, the big cards that have increased and decreased in price after the release of Aetherdrift. And some of them make sense, some of them don't. So let's jump into it with the top 5 losers after Aetherdrift. Ward of Bones has decreased $2.10, which is 10% of its price. It's a 6-mana artifact. Each opponent who controls more creatures than you can't play creature cards. The same is true for artifacts, enchantments, and lands. I have to assume this is a commander thing, and a lot of the losers are. I'm not super versed in commander, but the 4th biggest loser is Darksteel Forge, has decreased $2.22, which is 6% of its price. 3rd biggest loser, Goblin King, has decreased $2.35, which is 11% of its price. That's a little surprising because some Goblin decks have started popping up here and there, which is kind of interesting. However, these ones I can speak on. Tamio Inquisitive Student has decreased $2.43, so it's now $40-ish, which is 6% of its price. And I think the reason for that is that if people are buying into the broken deck, then they've already done it for the most part, or people are trying to sell out before it gets banned. So that's kind of tough, right? Especially since people are buying into things like with new hotness cards, like the Orzhov deck and stuff like that. Which brings us to the biggest loser of the week, which is Stony Silence, going down $2.57, which is 17% of its price. I'm not sure why this decreased. Again, it could totally be because people are worried about new hotness decks, like the Ketramos decks or stuff like that. That decreased quite a bit. So let's talk about the biggest winners of the previous week. Now, we're going to talk about the top 5. And in 5th is Carplusion Forest. Has increased $4.82, is now an $18 card. That's 36% of its price. That's a wild jump. The only thing I can think of with that is it's being played in the Titan deck. I'm really not sure why a Pain land would pop up like that. It's also very possible that the Gruul aggro deck is popping off in Standard and got a couple pretty cool new toys. So it could be a Standard thing, a little bit more than a Modern thing. But again, it's also being played in Eldrazi Ramp, which is totally possible. In 4th, Primeval Titan has increased just under $6, which is 66% of its price. And this makes sense, right? Primeval Titan won RC Portland. So, that all makes total sense. In fact, all versions of Primeval Titan have increased pretty dramatically, between $5.71 and $6.57, which is pretty nasty. The 2nd biggest winner is Ranger Captain of Eos, has increased $29.33, which is 96% of its price. And the biggest reason for this is because of the Jeskai energy deck that we're going to be playing here in just a second. People are playing it as a 4-of in that deck instead of like Fable or the Pyromancer that discards cards and stuff like that, because it can grab Mockingbird and things like that. And the Jeskai deck is becoming very popular. So Ranger Captain of Eos, huge increase. And then the biggest winner of the previous week is Scapeshift, which has gone up just under $50. Is now an $85 card. And that's 135% of its price, which is absolutely insane, is the biggest winner. And again, I think this is just because of the Titan deck winning RC Portland, excuse me. It was playing some Scapeshifts because Scapeshift combos with Dryad of Elysian Grove, and also Scapeshift into a bunch of new lands, especially Lotus Field lands, when you already have Amulet of Vigor, gives you a ton more mana within the Titan deck. So there's a couple different reasons for the big Scapeshift to increase. And I think that increased more than Primeval Titan because Scapeshift has, 1, had been printed a little bit less, but 2, Scapeshift was not playable before. So people that had a bunch of cards didn't necessarily have Scapeshift, where they probably have Primeval Titan. Those are the biggest winners and losers after the release of Aetherdrift in the previous week. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on social medias. Links are above me and in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.